Hey everybody, thank you for joining back at Marty in the Mystery Box. I'd like you to subscribe if you'd like to subscribe. We're going to give out prizes. I'm just getting it all made up now, t-shirts, little keychains and stuff like that. Just get my book out there and advertise. That's why I'm starting to read one page every time I come on. So it might go somewhere, it might not go somewhere, but all the hoping. I enjoyed writing it, and I hope you enjoy reading it as much as I did writing it. I guess a book, the colossal of the book, took about 6 months to 7 months to write and pick out the characters and stuff like that. And before I continue reading chapter 2, page 2, I just want to say something. When you're writing a book and stuff like that, and you try to make the characters and you're thinking of characters, I understand kind of now the concept of how long authors take to write books because it's not just the character you create. Say, if I say today I'm going to throw a name in Paul, hypothetically. Okay, so what does Paul do? So Paul's, say, a real estate banker, right? Okay, fine. But the hard part I think about writing is so you got to put Paul as a real estate banker, give him a backup story. So you're creating a new person, and it's really weird. And it's all fictional, but you're creating a new person, a new atmosphere. And it's not the point that you put Paul went to the bank, cash a check, noticed the check was defrauded or whatever like that, and continue your story with that. And then you add new characters along the way. You got to keep track of all these characters for the person reading the book. You can't just use Paul for two chapters and that's it. It's kind of like writing your own soap opera. And it's kind of cool because you can sit there and be, at work, you're at work and you're doing the same job, right? I'm a welder fabricator and I do the same job, look at prints, build it, weld it, whatever, right? And sometimes you just sit there and you go, fuck, this sucks. And you look at the clock, it's like it's going so slow. Sometimes you think it's going backwards and stuff. And it comes to the point where I said when I listened to my broadcast about your work sucking your energy, and I feel like don't say that because everybody has to work and it sucks to say work stealing your energy, but I can honestly say when I'm at work I get tired after 11-hour shift. But when you write books or go into a your own world, like your own dream world, your own characters and stuff like that, you could ask my wife. Sometimes I sit there, I'll start at say 11 o'clock in the afternoon, before I know it's 3 in the morning, and I'm not tired. Maybe 100 coffees or bottle of rye or stuff like that, like a real writer, but I'm not tired. But it's just really neat how, I guess it's like a video gamer. You know how you play video games and you go into the world of video games, you can last like hours and hours and hours. I guess that's like writing a novel because there's so many characteristics and so many characters. And sometimes, honestly, you don't feel like that either. You feel like, life life has got you down and stuff like that, but really it hasn't. We're breathing. We're alive today, and a lot of people have died today or in the hospital or something like that, just wishing, you know can I have one more day? And I think what I'm trying to say is maybe we should be happy for what we have instead of what we want, because if God gives us everything we want, someone told me life is a very special thing. I always believed, like vampires and stuff, I'd love to live forever and everybody else would love to live forever. And you know what? I thought about it. It would kind of suck to live forever. You'd see your friends die. You'd see a lot of people die time after time after time. And let's say there was no such thing as death. What would you look forward to? Going on a vacation? Doing this? Doing that? It wouldn't be a big deal because you live forever. But because we got limited time and only the Holy One knows when we're leaving, that's why life is special, because we go on those vacations. We go on this. We do this. We do that. Well, we used to. Things are so expensive now. And I pray, just like my wife, that things change. And there's a lot of things going now about immigration, saying the Punjabis are taking all our jobs and immigrants. And you know what? That's correct. There are a lot of Punjabis out there, a lot of immigrants taking our jobs, and it feels like Canadians are the minority. But let's stop for a second. If we're correct about this, and all the immigrants and all the minorities are taking all our jobs. What should we do? Everybody says send them back, right? Okay, so if you lived in a country where it wasn't very good and you're coming to Canada for a new life, I believe we should give you a break, a share. But unfortunately, our congressmen or whatever are idiots. They have no idea what they're doing. They overpopulated Canada, and unfortunately, they have to go back. A lot of them. Not saying they can't come back to Canada, but we got to sort shit out here where I believe keep Canadian jobs to Canadians, right? Once we establish our stuff here in Canada and there's enough stuff to go around, bring them back in. But this time, bring them back in slowly so they can have a home, they can have a job. We can go to the hospital and not wait 12 hours to see someone. They say, oh, one question, and then we ask one question, we're done. Our health system's gone. We're getting taxed so much. The tariffs are destroying people, companies mainly, and we don't know where to turn. Like, me and the wife went out for groceries. I swear to God, I almost fell down. Bread, butter, cookies, chips, apples, bananas, something else. $80, right? And you think to yourself, okay, well, what's $80 if you make, say, $1,100 a week? What's $80? It's not the point of that. It's the point of we make money, we get taxed on our money. We go to a grocery store, we get taxed there. We go and get gas, we get taxed there. We get tax upon tax upon tax, where I don't think it's fair, and I guess a lot of other people agree with me. But you know, my daughter, she's at home with me and the wife and her fiance and her dog, and like she said, she makes good money. I'm very proud of Cassie. Like she's great. She's a graphic designer or something for a pet shop. I don't know. That sounds awful. I know. Okay, she's a graphic designer for something. Anyways, she came home because she found it very expensive out there. Too expensive, like $3,000 for a two-bedroom apartment a month. Are you kidding me? That's a lot of money when people are only paying $2,000 a month for your mortgage. You know what I mean? And people who don't have mortgages are very lucky. And, that's great that the world did that for you. But I can honestly say, if you're ever in a desperate situation, and it's happened to me, and my wife said, what are we going to do about it? And I said, leave it to God and the universe. And suddenly, some money appeared somewhere out of thin air. I have no idea. Um, but it always seems to happen that way. If you believe in God and you believe in the universe, you got to really believe in it, right? They look after us. That's why I guess um, I like having lots of toys. Don't get me wrong. I love toys, just like the next person. And you ever get a toy and you think it's great, and 3 days later, you're back to normal? You're like, oh, well, this person I listened to on broadcast, he said it's called the happy syndrome. If you won $1 million today, let's go absolutely crazy. You won $50 million today. You went and bought a Ferrari, but you drive a Honda now. He was basically saying your Ferrari in a couple of months only goes faster, only looks better. But after that couple of months, it's going to feel like a Honda to you. I think what he's trying to explain to me is be happy with what you got, because even if we give you all the money in the world and you go and buy houses, boats, and stuff like that, the happy syndrome will only last a while. Like the honeymoon stage. You think, I love this wife, I love this wife, I love this wife, everything's great. Then a year down the road, oh fuck, now life goes on. It hits you. And that's what they're saying. Like, I want to win the lottery and I'd be happy, but I got to learn to be happy with what I had, being alive every day. My kids ain't sick. Rose ain't sick. Nobody's sick. The dogs are awesome, you know, and, we're all employed. And I feel like I never think about that sometimes. And a lot of things I don't think about. Like, you notice when everything's going good, you never really pray to God, you never think about Him. And that's awful. And I'm bad for it. You know, when things have gone bad, that's when you realize, oh my God, God, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? Like if someone's sick in the hospital or something like that, your mom's dying, your dad's dying, or something critical happened in life, and you're like, oh Lord, it's Keith. I haven't prayed to you in 20 years. Can you help me? There's nothing wrong with just stopping, taking a second, and just saying a prayer, saying, thank you for, Lord, for my family, friends, and everything's good. Thank you. That's it. Doesn't have to be every day. But I think people only go to God when they need something or want something. I'm guilty. I'm not saying I'm not. But really we're anyways, that's my religious statement on God. I hope I didn't bore you, but I just wanted to come out with that. And same thing with the immigrants. Don't think all Punjabis are bad, because honestly, every Punjabi I met and they've always been kind, considerate, nice, and helpful, right? And you're probably thinking, yeah, but how about the truck drivers and the people smashing all the stuff in the mall getting stolen? Okay, let's leave it alone. There's some bad Punjabis too, say, okay? Like there's some bad Canadians. But unfortunately, they do have to go because we can't sustain what's happening right now. And we're not saying we won't bring them back. We're just saying we have to clean our own shit up before we can help other people. That's all I'm saying. So let's continue with chapter 2, page 2. Sorry about rambling on. So, as I was leaving, suddenly I got a shiver. Shit, not now. I have to pee. I thought, so I headed back into the office and proceeded to the washroom. When I got in front of the door, it was locked with a tin box beside it. You've got to be kidding, I said. I thought, Mark, you think the employees are after your toilet paper? Only at Mark's office would you need a key card to pee, like some kind of top secret mission. Then suddenly I remembered Suzanne. I quickly ran down to the secretary's desk, yelled, Suzanne, Suzanne, wait. She stopped. You okay? I was just heading to Mark's office. Huffing and puffing, I said, wait a minute. Can I have the washroom key, please? She laughed hysterically. Oh, you didn't know that? Hang on. As Suzanne began to open the bottom drawer of her desk, she handed me over the washroom scan card. She said, oh, here you go, Martin. I said, thank you very much, Suzanne. Okay, Martin, when you're done with it, just put the key card on my desk because I got to go and see Mark. Hey, Martin, what do you think of my new lipstick? Bright red. I said, classy, Suzanne. She said, fuck off, Marty, with a smile. I have to go now and see Mark, see what he wants. I said, bye, Suzanne. So that was chapter 2, page 2. So, like I said before, all of you are welcome to come and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate that. Like I said before, there's going to be gifts and t-shirts and stuff I'm going to raffle off. I'm in the process of making the t-shirts and keychains and stuff like that. And I think that would be pretty cool. It's not like you're just going to watch a channel and you get nothing out of it. I'm going to try for every 2 weeks or every week, you know, to pull something out and look at my subscribers and draw a name live, like right now. And I will contact you. You give me your information, I will send it to you. Then you can go on your channel and say, listen, I actually got this from Marty in the Mystery Box. He's not full of shit. So, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Kind of mysterious and kind of God willing, but just had to get off my chest. And I hope I'll see you next Friday at Marty in the Mystery Box. And farewell, and God bless you and your family. Take care.